Hello everyone and welcome to episode 56 of my Guild Wars 2 Let's Play series. It has been a little bit since I have uploaded a video to the series because I have been sick and I'm still feeling a little bit sick, but I am feeling much better. And I just want to jump back into the world of Tyria where we left off on our charr thief here, and I want to do the next step of the personal story, which is chapter 5 of the personal story, where we are going to be helping out the ogres here in Blazeridge Steppes. And then I want to do a couple things in the open world afterwards, because this is kind of like a short story mission. But we can go ahead and waypoint over here to Gauntlet waypoint, and we can go ahead and get started with this mission, where of course we have joined one of the orders of Tyria. On this character we joined the Order of Whispers, and with the Order of Whispers we have decided to help one of the lesser races of Tyria, where on our charr character we have decided to help out the ogres, but we have been exploring all 5 of them across our different characters. So let's go ahead and load into the story mission, meet our mentor Tybalt, and we can go ahead and meet with the ogres here and see how we can help them out with whatever is going on in this area of the world.
Greetings, my large friend. We've come to speak with your chief about the hordes of branded creatures gathering nearby.
Uldek the Fierce is our chief, but he's still missing. I am Lagula, and I speak for the Crawl until Uldek returns, but I am in no mood to talk to strangers.
What if we find him for you? Would you talk to us then?
Of course. If you find Uldek, the entire Crawl will thank you. He was exploring near the brand when he went missing. A bunch of us went to look for him, but they never came back. Find them too, if you can.
Uldek had listened to me. We've tried taming Branded before, but it always ends in blood.
Look at them, sticking by each other no matter what. My old warband. Oh, never mind.
So it looks like the chieftain of this crawl here went and tried to tame some of the branded, but that probably did not work out too well for them. So let's go ahead and try to find the chieftain. We have Lagula here, who's actually a decently important character in the Guild Wars 2 story, but let's go ahead and just waypoint over here for now and find her chieftain, and we can help out this group of ogres. So let's hop into the story mission here, Untamed Wilds, and we can go ahead and run down here into the brand. We have Tybalt by our side here, and there are quite a few branded over here at an area that we actually haven't explored just yet, just north of Steel Ice Span, but there's no map completion objectives in this area. But we come here for the story, which is pretty cool. So we have unlocked that area, and we need to find the missing ogre search party in the brand, where we see some dead ogre hunters right here, or just one to be exact. And then there seems to be some more that we can find as we head further south into the brand. Let's go ahead and just use all of our thief skills here, where we're kind of fast and agile and nimble and can do a lot of quick strikes that don't deal too much damage individually, but we can strike over and over in quick succession and deal quite a bit of damage to any enemy that we have. And of course we have some situational stuff here, like with Heartseeker, where we deal more damage if the enemy is low on health, and we also can like have a special backstab ability here if we are able to go into stealth with that cloak and dagger, and then backstab on the enemy there. We have another ogre hunter right here, and I see another one just over here on the other side of these branded plants here. Let's go ahead, get out of that stun, and we can go invisible here really quickly as we heal. Oh wait, we were revealed. But then we can just clear up this branded charr here. And then I am scared that we are going to find a branded ogre somewhere around here. So let's go interact with this ogre hunter, and then it looks like we missed one over here, so let's run back this way and interact with this ogre hunter. So 4 dead ogres, and it looks like that is all that we have explored right here. So I guess we have to head further south again. Hopefully we don't die here. We can probably just rally off this branded devourer, and then let's clean up the other devourers around here. I might actually die here, which is unfortunate, but we can just retry from a checkpoint there and then just run. Actually, we don't have to run back into the fight like I was going to say. Let's go ahead and come around the edge of this cliff here and kind of scout out the branded from up above and see if we can see where we need to go. Where I see an ogre hunter down there, which I think is an ogre hunter we have not been to yet. So let's run down here and examine this body. And then I see Jonkor over there, who I forget what the name, I think the chieftain we're looking for is named Odik, according to the chat log. But we can go ahead and revive this ogre here, and maybe he knows what happened to the chieftain. Let's go ahead and just quickly deal with the 2 rock dogs here. We can use our steel skill, which is actually a pretty cool skill, just because of like how expansive of an idea it is, because of how many different unique skills you can get when you steal from different enemies in the game, depending on like what enemy you steal from, which is always a cool thing. Let's revive the ogre here. No one left behind. 100 out of 100 revives.
Never mind. We've got to get out of here. I can still fight, but it's not safe. The chief turned on us. Help me get back and warn the crawl.
So it looks like the chief turned on the ogres around here, which leads me to believe that the chief might have been branded, which is not going to be a good thing for the crawl. But let's go ahead and deal with this veteran branded siege devourer that just popped up out of the ground. And let's try to AoE down all these hatchlings as well. And then we can escort Jonkor out of here right across this tree line here. And then we can head back to the crawl. But this siege devourer has quite a bit of health, so let's go ahead and just try to deal as much damage as we can. We can use our elite skill here to get a little bit extra damage in. And then I guess we could start doing some heart seekers. I guess we want to wait below 50% is when we start dealing like double damage, and then below 25% is going to be what is that, quadruple damage. Math is hard, but let's go ahead, try to get some more dots, some conditions on the siege devourer here. We can steal, and we can apply some more bleed from that steal there. And we should probably go invisible really quickly, get a backstab and a heal. I think I missed the backstab there, that's awkward. But now let's just start whacking at the siege devourer with heart seekers. And we need to get back up, where I do have that one ability to break my stun like that. But I did not use it there, so I could save it for the next time I got knocked down there. And we are kind of just like pushing the siege devourer into the mountain here is a little awkward. Let's go ahead and get some chaos aura on this by using the combo finisher of our heartseeker, and that combo field we stole from the siege devourer here. And 4% health should be able to finish him. With 1 or 2 more heartseekers, we are almost dead. But there we go. And let's go ahead. We need to revive Jonkor. Should probably just heal up just in case we get attacked, but I doubt we're going to get attacked in the immediate future. And that is probably the end of this mission, so we can just revive Jonkor, and then let's run over here to where our little green starburst is guiding us towards, and let's go ahead and have a chat.
Thank you. Oldek has gone mad. He killed the others, killed our pets, and left me for dead. Why did Oldek attack his own people? He's been branded, turned into a crystal monster. He went out to tame such creatures, but became one instead. He lured us into a trap and set a pack of those crystal creatures on us. He's still our finest beastmaster. They obeyed him perfectly. Now he means to make branded of the entire crawl, and our pets. I have to get back and warn them. There are 2 ways you could help if you like. Our tamers need as many strong pets as they can find. Also, we need more supplies to build fortifications.
So we have completed this mission, and we can go ahead and run back towards the crawl. We can get some new leggings here, so let's go ahead and pick this up. Tybalt was talking there, talking about his old warband that he was also talking about a little bit earlier. But let's go ahead and waypoint this way, and we can go and head towards the next mission of this chapter, the personal story, where we can help the ogres of Agrak Craw tame pets to prepare for the coming battle. So let's go ahead and come down here, and we can help them out, and then we might go and gather some supplies to build some reinforcements potentially. Don't have too many memories of like this story, like step in particular with the ogres, so this is kind of like me re-experiencing that a bit for the first time again.
Greetings. We're friends. Jonkor sent us to help you tame pets to defend your crawl.
I don't know how you fooled Jonkor, but this is no game. We need to break in the most dangerous beasts, or we don't stand a chance against Uldek.
Rock dogs are tough, but we can handle them. The hard part will be not killing them outright.
Are you listening? I said most dangerous. Normal rock dogs are just the warm-up. We're here for Sourfang, the pack alpha. He's killed 3 beastmasters so far. If you want to make a difference, help us tame him. First, we tame enough of his pack to draw him out. Then the real work begins. Pitch in or get out of my way.
So it looks like the ogres are kind of potentially underestimating us a little bit here, or maybe I'm overestimating myself. Let's go ahead and tame some of the rock dogs to lure out their alpha Sourfang, which kind of reminds me of a World of Warcraft character, but this is a rock dog. So let's go ahead and damage this rock dog here, but we are not going to kill it all the way, and I'm not exactly sure how we are going to tame. I think charr is just going to do it automatically when the rock dog hits 25. So let's go ahead and just try to tame as many of the rock dogs as we can, because we can use the rock dogs in the fight against the branded that is coming up, but we definitely want to lure out their alpha to basically help more than just a normal rock dog. But the alpha is probably like as strong as like a few of these rock dogs, so we definitely want him on our side. Let's go ahead and get this rock dog tamed over here, and then we can just continue with the rest around here. We're getting very close to leveling up to level 53, which is fun. I believe our highest level character on the account right now is level 54, and of course we still have a lot of progress to go towards the end of the game here, as we basically start approaching the final tens of levels as we reach level 80, which is the maximum level in the game, which is fun. We might have to tame all the rock dogs around here. There are like 4 left. Oh, here comes their alpha. And the alpha just killed that ogre there, which is a little concerning for us. But this is a very cool looking model of one of the rock dogs here, who I think we've seen this model a little bit in like Gendaran Fields potentially. I'm not exactly sure if we have seen this just yet. But let's go ahead and start dealing damage against this legendary mob right here, and we can go ahead and get him to 25% health and tame him just like that.
We're done here. Sourfang and his entire pack should be enough to defend the crawl.
You ogres are all business. I'm no expert, but it's traditional to thank your helpers. Remember, we took down Sourfang.
And yet my chief is still coming to kill us all. I appreciate your hard work. Isn't that enough? Or should I blow kisses and throw candy? I don't have time for your tiny feelings. Uldek was a hero to my people, and now he's lost. No branded creature has ever been unbranded. Putting Uldek down is grim work, but it has to be done. If you want gratitude and respect, help us end this.
Of course. That's why we're here. And we won't leave until we shatter Uldek and his entire branded horde.
No branded creature has been unbranded is a very interesting line for this ogre to say, because of some story that we might be interacting with in the future, but I'll just leave that at that for now. Let's go ahead and leave this instance, and we can go ahead and meet with the builder, where yes, we're going to go ahead and try to get some reinforcements up over here, which this story mission is right next to the one we just did. We have the harpies flying in the sky there. Let's go ahead and come into here. There was a guild bounty back there, a curious cow. But let's go ahead. There's a ton of ogres here and a ton of harpies. And let's meet with Builder Gorkin here.
Excuse me. Jonkor said you could use some extra bodies to collect fortification fodder.
Jonkor was right, but it'll be tough. We need lumber, and the only grove close enough is full of harpies. We can fell trees with a single blow, but someone needs to keep those filthy birds off us. I hate those things.
That's where we come in. You focus on felling trees, we'll focus on felling harpies.
Good, and don't hold back. The world needs less harpies. Let's get started.
So let's go ahead, and we are mostly just going to be focusing on the harpies here. So let's go ahead and try to clear out all of them here. Looks like more spawned in, and a bunch of them are swarming. All of them are swarming right now. So let's go ahead, and it's a good thing that I swapped to my short bow, because we can use our short bow abilities here to deal a lot of AoE damage to all the harpies around here. And we just leveled up to level 53, which is fun. Let's go ahead and just focus on the task at hand right now, where we need to deal with all the harpies around here while the ogre loggers basically try to get some of the wood. Oh, we have Sourfang here helping us as the ogre loggers try to get some of the wood around here to build our reinforcements in the area. We also have some other rock dogs, which is definitely beneficial for us. And this harpy is almost dead, and then we have the other one over there that looks like it's going to be dealt with by the other ogres, which is nice. These ogres are kind of standing their ground against the harpies as well. Let's go ahead and try to get the logger up and then continue down here. I'm running really slowly, but there we go. I am out of combat now. But we can go ahead and engage on the harpies around here, and it looks like they are swarming in as well. Let's go ahead and use our elite skill, because this is probably a good skill to use around here. That was our 100th harpy killed, so we need 900 more to finish that achievement. But we have like 6 more, 7 more, 8 more, right, 9 more right here that we can go ahead and deal with. So let's go ahead and just pop all of our utility skills. We could probably go invisible here, backstab against this hunter, and then use a bunch of heart seekers to finish it off. And let's go ahead and just finish off the other harpies around here too. Now this looks like it's the last group, but there might be more harpies that appear in just a moment as we continue to defend the loggers here. So the ogre says something is coming, so let's be on the lookout. So there's some harpies right here, and there's also some trees that we might be able to damage, so we can kind of help log while we do this as well. Let's get that tree down, and then let's go fight this harpy warrior right here. And we can go invisible to do a backstab, just finish that harpy warrior off. And then let's finish this one off. And we have a big group of these harpies right here. So let's go ahead and assist Gorkin here. Let's use our utility skills again. And Gorkin's almost dead, but we might be able to clean up this group of harpies. And then we have more harpies on the other side that have appeared as well. So we can just use our steal skill to get back over here really quickly. And then more spawned over here, so let's run back this way. And it looks like there may potentially just be an infinite loop of harpies spawning right now. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe we should focus on the trees a little bit, and we can go ahead and heart seeker against the trees. And let's go invisible, backstab that harpy warrior right there, finish that harpy warrior. Let's come over here and attack some of these trees here. And this warrior's almost dead. And I guess let's just take a moment to clear out all the trees right here, and there's some harpies attacking me as well. Can use my elite skill. It doesn't look like it wants to focus on the trees at all. We have another tree right here, and I might just try to AoE down these harpies a little bit. And then let's go over here. I guess I'm more cleaving them right now with my daggers. My only like real big AoE ability I have are these cow trips, which will damage 5 targets at once, whereas my daggers will attack 2 targets at once. It looks like all of the harpies are dead now, so I guess we should have kept killing harpies, but now we need to escort the ogres back to the road, where we have a tree branch here, and they have a bunch of logs in their arms right now, and it looks like we can kind of just run back, and they will follow us, but we are getting flanked by some harpies right now. So let's go ahead and deal with them. And then let's head back towards this little pond right here. And we need to get to the other side of the pond. Keep an eye on our flank here. And I don't see any harpies coming in just yet. But let's go ahead, and I don't know why I dodge rolled there. It doesn't increase my movement speed. But let's get to the other side here. And it looks like we have a clear path. Oh, there's some harpies here, so let's go ahead and deal with them. Of course, I just had to say we had a clear path just a second before we got ambushed by a bunch of harpies right here. We have a harpy warrior all the way over here. Let's go ahead and deal with this harpy really quickly. And then we can go finish off the other two, where we have a harpy matriarch, which might be like the leader of the harpies in this general group or whatever. And let's go ahead and chat with the ogres.
Not bad. I'm surprised a young race like yours can act so cool in a crisis.
Young, compared to you ogres, maybe. But charr will always surprise you. Like now, we still plan to help you defend your home.
We'd be honored to have you join us. Oldek was a great leader, but now he's a great threat. Nobody likes the idea of putting him down, but it has to be done. We understand, and rest assured, we won't let you face Oldek alone. We'll meet you back at the kraal.
So we have completed these 2 story steps here, which was like one whole mission. And let's go ahead and pick this Outrider's vest, I think. And we can go ahead and equip this. And then let's go ahead and get our level up reward there for reaching level 53. And then let's go ahead and head back towards the kraal, which this story step is right here. This is a very nice mission where all the different story steps we need to go to are like right in the same general area. Or the furthest one we had to go to is all the way over here. But let's go ahead and waypoint to Gauntlet. And let's go ahead and run back towards the kraal. And now that we have tamed the rock dogs and we have built some fortifications, we can go ahead and defend the kraal from the branded, which one of the branded or the branded in this group are being led by their former chieftain, which became branded himself. And it looks like Chieftain Lagula is now the chieftain of this kraal. So let's go ahead and have a chat with her, and we can go ahead and kind of see what's coming at us.
You're back. They say you were a big help. On behalf of the entire kraal, thank you.
Think nothing of it. But it looks like some of these folks aren't digging in. They're bugging out.
Yes, things got worse. The weather turned, and Uldek's herd of monsters gets bigger all the time. I made the call. Some of us will stay and fight. The rest will find safety. If things go badly here, they'll start a new kraal.
Count us with the fighters. Just tell us where we can do the most good.
Check with Gorkin. He's in charge of our defenses. And thanks again. I don't know why you're helping us, but I'm glad you're here.
Look alive,
Get
my
going.
friends. We need
don't
to
have
shore
much
up
time.
these defenses.
So let's go ahead and try to help set up the defenses. And we have some Ogre refugees that are leaving to basically start a new kraal, just in case this goes bad. But I'm pretty confident in myself, and it looks like the branded are attacking us now. So let's go ahead and charge into the field here, fend off the branded horde so the Ogre villagers can't escape. Let's go ahead and just start fighting all the branded around here, and we can go ahead and try to defend the Ogres as best as we can and make as much of a dent into the branded horde as we can. Of course, there are so many branded in the road, and we can probably spend like a very, very long time fighting the branded, but there's always going to be more and more coming until we deal with the threat of the Elder Dragons. So let's go ahead and just try to mend the crisis at hand right now, and let's go ahead and deal with this branded human here. And then this looks like the main group of branded that appeared right there, and then we have another group appearing now, and there's a very like foggy off in that area there. It's kind of bright on the screen. It's like a white fog, and it's like nighttime right now. I'm recording this at the after 10 p.m. my time. So let's go ahead and run up this way, and the branded are just attacking all the defenses around here instead of trying to attack all the ogres, which is probably a good thing actually. That means the defenses are kind of working, but it might not be the smartest thing on the branded right now. But let's go ahead and deal with them. And then we have more branded that are inside of the kraal, so let's go ahead and rush this way and see if we can help out in here. So let's throw some daggers as we charge in. Heartseeker to close the gap, and a lot of the kraal here is getting destroyed. It's on fire. It's like a disaster right now, but let's go ahead and try to clear out the branded as we can. This devourer is attacking the wall here. Let's go ahead and finish this devourer off. There's a griffin on the other side that we can go ahead and charge towards. Looks like we have a griffin on our side here that is tamed. Let's go ahead, Heartseeker this way, backstab, and Heartseeker a couple more times to finish off the griffin. And we have another branded human. We have a few more pets in here that are kind of just hanging out, but let's go ahead and deal with this human, which is the last one of this group, I believe. And then we have a giant devourer here, and it looks like the previous chieftain is here as well. So let's go ahead and start fighting against Odek the Fierce and Odek's corrupted pet. And let's go ahead and try to deal with them. Looks like I picked up a hammer of some sort at some point. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Let's go ahead and use our elite skill, and we can go ahead and just throw a bunch of conditions on them, throw down our cow trips, and Oldek is pretty low, so let's use Heartseeker, and then we're going to have to finish off the pet probably, so let's use Heartseeker again. Just a few more Heartseekers and finish off the pet, and then we can go ahead and chat with the ogres.
Well, we're alive, but the crawl is ruined. What a painful victory.
The dragon's corruption is strong. When it got hold of Oldek, it became even stronger.
It would have been much worse if you hadn't shown up. At least now, we have a chance to start over. I won't forget what you did for us. When you make your stand against the dragons, call me, and I will repay that debt.
We will. My entire order is dedicated to stopping the dragons, and soon we'll need strong allies like you. Until that day, good luck.
This must never happen again. If there's an army that can defeat the dragons, I'll join it.
This is stupid. Why are we bothering? We should just blow it all up and be done with it.
Not exactly sure what Tybalt was talking about there, but we have completed this chapter of the personal story, which means we have completed chapter 5 of the personal story on this character, which is basically everything that I wanted to do as far as the story goes. We have allied ourselves with the ogres, and when the Order Whispers decides they want to take the fight against the Elder Dragons, presumably Zaitan in the immediate future, we can call upon them for aid. But with this chapter complete, I want to do a couple more things in the open road, where there are 2 jumping puzzles in this map that we can complete, and I want to just explore them a little bit and just play a little bit more in this episode. So the first jumping puzzle I want to do is actually a jumping puzzle I don't really know too much about. Of course, I've done it a few times, but most of the time that I do it, I'm pretty sure I do it the wrong way. So we can go ahead and just experiment a little bit and try to figure out exactly what we need to do here. And then if I can't figure it out, we can just go ahead and do it the way that I normally do it. And I'll explain in just a minute as we run over there. But we have this area right here called the Behem Gauntlet, and we have a jumping puzzle right here of the same name that starts in this spider cave here, that we can go ahead and probably just run past all the spiders. I can go invisible here, and then we have the first few jumps of the jumping puzzle that we can get immobilized on. Let's go ahead and deal with the spider really quickly, or just run past, I guess. He doesn't want to attack us anymore. But we have a little bit of like a tight corridor right here. Let's go ahead and jump across that, and then down here, and then we open up into this giant room here, which is a really cool location. And if you ever come explore in this area, you can go down to the bottom here, and there's some like pretty cool, decent like underwater caverns, if I recall correctly, that you can explore. And the reason why I'm kind of saying if you come here in the future is there's a chance that we die here, because this is kind of like a reverse jumping puzzle. You could think about it as like a dropper from Minecraft, for example, if you have any idea what that is. But basically, we are going to work our way downwards, and I'm never really sure what the best way to go down is. And there's a chance that I just fall right there, and I guess we can just fall down like this. Since I'm down here, let's go ahead and just explore this area because it's a little cool. And we have there's a shark there. We have this like underwater area, and then we have an exit out this way, which is a really cool exit here that has some lake fish, and we can swim down here a little bit, I believe. And then there is a tunnel right there that will take us out. But let's go ahead and come back this way, and I'm not entirely sure if there is a way back up. We might have to start again. Unfortunately for us, there is a waypoint nearby that we can just waypoint to get back to the start of the puzzle here, which I think is what we're going to have to do. It looks like the tallest spot we can get to is right there, but that's not going to be helpful for us. But as I was kind of mentioning earlier about how I do this jumping puzzle the wrong way, is I kind of just get above the end of the jumping puzzle and then I just drop down to it, and you get the achievement, or the daily achievement if it happens to be the daily for the day, for completing the jumping puzzle like just right before you land up in the air, and then you land and die from fall damage. So you can't get the chest there, but you do complete the puzzle. So I've kind of just like always done that when I come into this area, which is obviously not the right thing to do, but we might end up just doing that as well. But you cannot glide and you cannot use mounts in this area, so we should probably take a quick look at our skills here and see if there's any way for thieves to gain swiftness other than haste right there. And I think there is nothing else. So we can, if you want, let's come into our training here and let's go ahead and train signets here, where we can get to one of these, which might be the last one here, where, not that one. Am I thinking? Oh yeah, Signet of Shadows grants a 25% increase in movement speed. So let's go ahead and swap out the spider venom here for that 25% increase in movement speed, and that should help us out a little bit here. And then we can get a little bit extra with the swiftness there. It doesn't stack 33% on top of the 25%. It'll give us 33% while we have swiftness, and then when we don't have swiftness, it will give us the 25%. Let's go ahead and drop down here a little bit, which just kind of looks like the way we want to go. Maybe we want to deal with this vampire bat really quickly just to get it out of the way so we don't take some unnecessary damage here. But let's come over here, and we see the chest right there, and I tend to drop from right here, but you normally die when you do that. So let's come over here a little bit and see if there is any way over here. Maybe you just do drop right here. I'm not exactly sure. It kind of feels like that is what you want to do. But it looks like there's a jump across right there. Let's just drop and see what happens. So I guess we'll just do that. So if I'm looking up here, it looks like you could drop off the cliff onto the edge there maybe, and then work your way around here and then jump over here and get this chest. But we got the achievement, Behem Gauntlet, and this is kind of fitting because this is how I typically do the puzzle here. But we got our 10 achievement points there, and that is the first of 2 jumping puzzles in this map that I wanted to do. And let's come all the way up here to Terra Corunda, and we can go to Craze's Folly, which is a point of interest in the map, but also the name of another jumping puzzle. But this is a decently cool jumping puzzle that I have quite a few fond memories of, because it's just a little bit of a fun jumping puzzle, and it's kind of straightforward, but it has been a long time since I have done this puzzle, so it might take us a minute to figure things out. Let's go ahead and clear out all the separatists right here, just so we can kind of start the jumping puzzle off in peace here. And I'm getting CC'd out of the wazoo. Let's go ahead and just deal with all of them. We have an engineer here. Finish off the basher as well, and then we can just 1v1 this Stormcaller with a bunch of Heartseekers, throw in some stabs with our knife there as well, or a dagger to be exact, and then finish off with a couple of Heartseekers. And let's go ahead and start this jumping puzzle, where we have some mushrooms right here that we can get, and then we can jump up these like ancient Ascalonian ruins right here and jump across over here. And then I think we want to go like that, and then we come up into this area, and this is a very special area of the map that is just for the jumping puzzle, and it's a decently cool area. You have a nice river right there. I always enjoy a good river in Guild Wars 2. I guess it's more like a creek maybe, and we can go ahead and just explore around this area where I believe we do not want to fall like that, but we just want to jump over here. I want to jump like that, and then jump over here, and then I think let's go ahead and pop some swiftness and jump like this, and then across here. And if I recall correctly, we want to go across these ruins here and then up here, and then I think we want to do like a 180 like this, and up here and up here, and we can get all the way to the top of this place. And then the next step is to jump over there, but I just want to take a quick moment to just take in the view at the top of this structure here. This is a really cool place where presumably humans once lived in this area. These might be like ruined houses that we see, and this is definitely a pretty decent area to live in. I would probably want to live in this valley if I was in Ascalon like 400 years ago or whatever. But let's go ahead and climb up here where we have this beautiful waterfall right here. That's like the start of the stream. And then I think we want to jump up here. I guess we could have climbed up the cliff right there. But let's go ahead and come this way. And there are a ton of cave trolls. And I think this is like a little bit of a maze-like area that we want to get on top of this. And we can start jumping across these like rock formations right here. So let's just run past all the trolls right now, and we can climb up here a little bit, and we have a really cool looking tree up there. So let's go ahead and get towards that tree where we see a chest, and it is not the end chest for the jumping puzzle, but let's go ahead, jump across that gap, and we have a very pretty flower right here, which might be a red lotus flower, if that's the correct name that I'm thinking of, which is a pretty important flower from like the original Guild Wars, and we don't really see too much of them in Guild Wars 2, but that might also be a different flower. But I think we want to come over here, and then we want to drop down here if I recall correctly, and we have a little bit of a hole right here that we can fall down into, and then we have a little bit of a tunnel right here that leads to a cave troll, which leads to a grand chest, whereas we run up to the grand chest we get the achievement for Craze's Folly, and we have completed this jumping puzzle, which is the second jumping puzzle that I wanted to complete. Let's go ahead, and we're getting stunned a lot by this cave troll. Fortunately for us, we have a few stun breaks that we can use, so let's go ahead and just use them all up. If we use our signet, we can apply conditions to foes near your target, so blindness, weakness, and vulnerability, which is kind of cool, but I mostly like the 25% increase in movement speed. Let's go ahead and get our chest here, and then we got a platinum doubloon, which is actually worth like a gold, I believe, which is cool. But let's go ahead and just clean up our inventory a little bit, and then I'm probably going to waypoint out of here to a safe location. But those are the two jumping puzzles in this map that I wanted to complete, and alongside that we have completed chapter 5 of the personal story, which means we are going to be taking a little bit of a break from this character as we begin exploring some more of Guild Wars 2 on another character. But I hope you all enjoyed watching this episode, probably a bit of a shorter episode since it is one of the story episodes for chapter 5 of the personal story, which tend to be a little bit on the shorter end, similar to chapter 2. But I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all are taking good care of yourselves. Remember to drink some water, check your posture, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time in the world of Tyria. Goodbye.